5 thrift stores in 5 hours with my biggest discount yet, 35% off. My goal is to see what all I can find without spending over $100 and then bring it all back home to style it. I'll be driving all around town Goodwill hopping to take advantage of this huge discount, so let's head into store number 1 to see what I fill my cart with, and better yet, to see how much money I save. Starting out in the home decor, there's lots to look through here, so let's see what all we can find. I don't often come across good faux plants that I want to bring home, but here's one I actually do really like. Adding to cart, I have not found a plant in a very long time. Here is something interesting. It is a faux book. These are great for styling. Adding this to the cart as well. Heading to the next aisle over, I spotted this candle holder, which I thought was pretty unique. And then I also found some gold frames. I'm always on the lookout for those, although I wasn't totally in love with the condition of these. Behind me though, I picked up this adorable rainbow. This is the exact sort of thing I'm looking for to style shelves in our playroom. Then I spotted this kitchen item that is used for grinding or mixing spices. I love how aged it looks, and I really just plan to use it as decor in my kitchen. I did a little more digging in the kitchen aisles, but didn't see anything I had to have, so then I moved over to the one last section of decor. That's gonna do it for my first stop. 4 fun finds, plus I'm gonna get them for 35% off. The discount here saved me almost $7. We already found some fun things, but now it's time to head to store number 2. Heading straight back to the decor. 2 actually really great coffee tables today. In years past, I have found some good furniture at Goodwill, but it can be really hard to find because it goes very fast. Moving on to the smaller decor, I spotted this painting here, which is so beautiful. This is just so perfect for a kitchen, and you could even rub and buff it to make this a little bit more gold instead of silver. I'm sad, I'm gonna have to leave it behind because I just don't have a place for it. Another faux plant. I actually think I have a place for this one, so I'll go ahead and hold on to it. I really didn't see anything in the kitchen aisles, so let's see what's in the next one over. The shelves here are looking pretty full. The first thing I'm seeing is this adorable little doll chair here. Adding it to the cart. I'm not opposed to looking through all of their Christmas decor today. I do really like this white ceramic tree. So much to choose from though, it's almost overwhelming. I do love thrifting wreaths and pretty much all of my holiday decor. You can just get it for a good price and find really unique things. I found something I cannot pass up, these beautiful candy cane ornaments for only 99 cents. I'm definitely gonna grab these. I've been wanting a nutcracker, but a lot of times they're not that cute. Look how cute this one is. This is going to be a perfect addition to my holiday decor. Adding this to the cart as well. It's helpful to look inside boxes a lot of the time, and I just found these snowmen salt and pepper shakers. I think I'm gonna hold on to these as well. Here's an example of a nutcracker that's just maybe a bit much for me, so I do really like the other one I already put in my cart. I grabbed this beautiful nativity scene because I think it's gonna look great on my shelf. Here's an example of a tree that I really like. Can you see how it all just looks so nice together? It is pretty neutral, but of course I'll still add in lots of pops of green and red. A very fun haul at stop number 2, but now it's time to check out and then get ready to head to store number 3. Well, very successful at stop number 2. I ended up saving $10 there, and now I'm excited to see what we can find at the next stop. Time to take a look here to see what we can find. As usual, doing some digging to see what all is underneath. Let's see if there's any good frames up on the wall. I absolutely love stuff like this to go in your kitchen, although I have some similar to this already. Moving on to the baskets and vases. I'm really curious to know what this is used for here. I'm not sure what all these compartments are for. Ooh, this here is perfect for behind the toilet. You can store toilet paper in it, and I'm definitely going to grab that. That seems pretty practical. This is a nice set here. You put your soap in here, and then this can be for toothbrushes. I don't really need them, but the set looks in great condition. Looking through some of the kitchen stuff now, and I'm seeing some really practical things. I'm at the point in pregnancy where I'm in nesting mode, so stuff like this is very intriguing to me for organization. I also found this for storing eggs, and it is in amazing condition. Adding this to the cart and this one here. And then over here on this side, I'm seeing this really interesting storage shelf here. This would be great for underneath a sink for storing cleaning supplies. Adding this to the cart as well. Right here on the end cap, I'm seeing this vase here that I like. It has a great texture to it, plus it already has this pretty faux plant in it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that one as well. Pretty successful haul so far. And now I'm gonna go ahead and check out their holiday decor. I do love little houses like this to make a village. This plate is so cool. I really like that serving dish. These little presents are really cute. I don't think there's anything in the holiday section here that I'm gonna grab, but some good options. I wasn't planning to look at so much Christmas stuff today, but it's just everywhere. One thing I like to do every year is thrift my girls their Christmas pajamas. They only wear the Christmas pajamas so many times before they grow out of them, so I just prefer to get them secondhand. Not only does it have the shirt, but also the matching pants. Just a couple dollars for Christmas pajamas in really good condition. I'm loving the variety I'm finding today. It's gonna be fun to style them and find a place for them at home later. It's fun to see how much this 35% off coupon is saving me at each store, but of course, I'll reveal more of the numbers later. Before heading into the next store, let's take a break to talk about today's video sponsor, which is BetterHelp. Something I've learned over the years of going through the stress of opening up the store and starting a business, starting up my YouTube channel, and just mom life in general, is that I can often feel overwhelmed and like I'm failing in all areas. Work-life balance is something I've really struggled with, especially in my early years of motherhood. But something that seems so simple but really helps is talking about it. What can feel so overwhelming in my head starts to be a lot simpler and make more sense once I take the time to talk and process through it. Whether what you are experiencing is similar to me, where I'm working through balance in life in general, or you're working through anxiety, depression, or past traumas, therapy is an incredibly beneficial tool in managing difficult seasons of life. I've even used this tool when I was feeling balanced with mom life and when businesses were going well, and it was encouraging for me to be reminded to enjoy that time and that it is possible. One great thing about BetterHelp is that their mission is to make starting therapy easier, and one way they do this is by setting you up with a questionnaire to match you with a therapist. And then from there, all of the sessions are done online, which I find very convenient to fit into my busy schedule. They've also made therapy affordable and effective, and over 6 million people have benefited from their services. BetterHelp accepts both HSA and FSA cards, making it even easier to prioritize your mental health. In 2024 alone, over 137,000 people use these benefits for therapy through BetterHelp, so be sure to use yours before they expire. If you'd like to try out BetterHelp and get started with online therapy, you can use my link that I'll leave in the description for 10% off your first month. Thanks so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Now let's head into the next thrift store. Heading straight to the decor. It looks like they've got a lot of great stuff today. These bowls are totally my style. I love the organic look to them. I'm just gonna grab this one here and add it to the cart. Curious what that is. That's pretty unique. I'm drawn to this bowl here, although I'm not sure what I would do with it. It'd be good for storing jewelry or putting on a coffee table. It's a bit busy in here for coupon day, but I'm still gonna take my time to do some digging to make sure I don't miss anything. While I'm looking around, comment below to let me know if there's anything I left behind that you would have picked up, or from what I've grabbed so far, what's been your favorite. Looks like there's a lot of stuff here in the next aisle over. I continued to look for pieces that stuck out that I could either bring home for myself or even a family member or friend, but nothing else here was really sticking out. I wandered over to the baby section because my sister made a request. She really wanted a little snowsuit in size 6 months, and I just found this one. It is like brand new. She needs it for this weekend, so this is perfect timing. She's gonna be excited about that. They are very stocked here, and there were some good things to choose from, but I think I'm gonna call it good with these 2 finds. You guys have a lovely day. You too. Thanks. A small little haul here at stop number 4. I'm thinking there's time for just one more stop. I just drove a bit out of the way to come to this location, so let's head in and hope that it was worth it. All right, let's take a look to see what they've got. Not seeing much down here. This is kind of fun, but not quite the vibe. Not seeing much here. These are nice for drawer storage, but don't really need them. This is kind of cool, if only it had a really great frame around it. Let's hope there's something good over here. Here we go. I actually like the size of this basket and the condition. I find that I use this size a lot, so I'm gonna add it to the cart. I think this is the last aisle of decor here. I think I see a cool vase hiding here in the back. Look at the unique shape and color of this one. I really don't think I need it though, so I might leave it behind. I've thrifted a lot of good vases already recently. Just finished looking through pretty much all of their decor, but now I'm gonna head over to their holiday section. They are packed full here, but that's when it's almost just kind of hard to look through and just starts to feel overwhelming. Okay, here's one that's catching my eye, this little school. You can just get a light bulb to go in it. I don't even remember what I already have at home, but I love the idea of starting my own little village collection. So I think I will grab this one. It's super cute. All right, on the end here, I'm also seeing this train station. I want to see how these look together. I think that's super fun. I did also find a pair of pants for myself, so I'm gonna grab those. That is a wrap on 5 thrift stores in one day with 35% off. I have no idea how much I spent, but I do know that I'm excited to get all of this home to style it, so let's go there now. I am back home with all of my crazy good deals from today. This is the first time I've ever had as good of a discount as 35% off. But of course, even with a coupon, I still try to be really mindful of everything I came home with to make sure either I had a place for it or a family member or friend. I ended up coming home with 24 total items though, and I want to get right into it by showing you and styling my full haul. After I unpacked my finds, I realized they ended up being in 3 different categories. The first is what I'm calling pretty decor, organizational items, and then Christmas decorations. So I have a fun variety to share today, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my 4 finds from store number 1. The first being this faux plant, which you've probably never seen me thrift a faux plant before. My criteria for picking up a plant like this is that I either want it to look realistic or have a cool aged look to it. And I thought this one here checked both those boxes, plus it easily fits in with the decor I already have. Next up is another item I've really never thrifted, and that would be a faux book. I really love the color and wood tone of this one, plus the functionality with its storage, and I knew it would be a really easy piece to add into my decor. Then we have the rainbow that I put on a shelf in our playroom. This is one that not only looks cute, I really like the muted colors, but my girls can also grab it down and play with it as well. The final item I grabbed here is something I don't know that I've ever seen at the thrift store before, and it's one of these wooden mortars, I think is what it's called. I mainly grabbed it to be a decor piece in my kitchen. I have a lot of other similar items in my kitchen that I've thrifted that I use specifically for decor, but I also could clean this one up, restore it, and use it if I wanted to. For the 4 of these finds, I saved almost $7 with my 35% off, which brought my total down to only $12.25. Now for store number 2, I ended up grabbing 8 items, which was the most in a single store. That's why you often see me pop into several stores, because each one that you go into doesn't have a huge home section. So in order to really find what you're looking for and come home with a variety, you've got to go into several places. I will say this stop here was my favorite of the day because I'm really happy with all of the unique Christmas items I found. First though is another faux plant. I was particularly excited about this one because I have a few pots around my house that I've been waiting for the perfect plant to go in it. I really don't do a lot of real plants in my home just because where I would put them doesn't get the best sunlight. So if I can find a fake one that I end up liking, it ends up being a win. And thankfully this one ended up being the perfect fit in this pot here, and now I love the touch of greenery it adds to my shelf. The next item I grabbed is this little wooden rocking chair, and when I brought it home, my girls loved it right away and immediately took it to their playroom. Now for one of my favorite finds, these really cool, adorable candy cane ornaments. Just looking at the packaging in general, not only is it beautiful, but it just looks old, like it's been around a long time. And one of my goals has been to add touches of red to my Christmas tree, so I think for only 75 cents, this was such a fun find. Next up are the salt and pepper shakers. I thought these were a fun way to subtly add in some Christmas decor to my kitchen. And now next up, another favorite find is this really cool nutcracker. Just within the past few weeks, I was thinking that I would love a nutcracker to add into my decor. And I just got so excited because this one here is just beyond perfect to go with everything else in our home. And then another thing I've specifically been on the hunt for are nativity scenes. This is just a piece that acts as artwork, so I'm gonna put it up on a shelf with some candlesticks around it. And then one of the last items I picked up from here is this wooden tree. The nice thing about a piece of decor like this is that it doesn't just work through the Christmas season, you can leave it out for all of winter as well. The final thing I grabbed from here that I actually didn't show you yet are these Christmas pajamas that I grabbed for my 2-year-old. I love warm, long sleeve dresses like this for the winter, and specifically I was looking for a pair that she could wear for Christmas, so for just a couple dollars, this ended up being a fun and adorable find. For all of these finds, I saved $9.42, and my total ended up being $17.50. Store number 3 had a totally different vibe and ended up being more organizational items. The first one being this white basket that I love the size of. It's a great one to go on the back of your toilet, or I could see myself using it in my kitchen to store different items, or my girls' room, or really anywhere in the house. Next are these small containers, which are amazing for drawer organization. Just think of the junk drawer in your house and how much easier it would be to find what you were looking for if things were in their own little containers. Then we have this egg holder that I'm actually very excited about because it seems very practical that I can easily look into the fridge and see how many eggs we have. So not only does it look nice, but it's also very functional as well. Next up is the under cabinet storage. I love anytime I can find stackable storage shelves because it just saves so much room. It looks nice and makes it really easy to reach in and grab what you're looking for. It just seemed like one I couldn't pass up. The last decor find here is this white vase. I'm pretty picky about my vases, but I really liked the shape, color, and texture of this one. Plus the fact that it already had beautiful stems in it, so all I have to do is go set it on my shelf and it's good to go. The last find here were the Christmas pajamas for my 4-year-old, which meant that I successfully found pajamas for both my 2-year-old and 4-year-old, which was high up on my thrift list for the day. I was doing some online shopping trying to find them matching Christmas pajamas, and most of them were around $30 each. And I just could not justify $50 to $60 on Christmas pajamas, plus I've got another one on the way who will be here before Christmas. And with the abundance of both Christmas clothes and decor that I've been seeing in thrift stores recently, I just knew that was the route I wanted to go. So they may not be exactly matching each other, but for under $5, I got them each a pair of pajamas that they really love, and they're gonna continue to be hand-me-downs for the next several Christmases to come. My all-in total here ended up being $18.17. And with numbers like that, I just can't help but compare it to what things would have originally cost brand new. I already mentioned how much the pajamas would have been alone, but also different storage items can range from $20 to $30 for just one piece. So again, this is just why thrifting is the way to go. 2 more stores to go, and at stop number 4, I came home with 2 items. The first is this bowl that is totally my style. I have one similar to it that I'm kind of obsessed with that I thrifted in Indiana last year. I love the color, the texture, and it just looks very high end to me. I'm quite sure I could find a place for this bowl, but I also thought about giving it to a friend who has some shelves that she's gonna be styling pretty soon. The last find at this store is this cute little winter outfit for my nephew. When people text me to make specific requests, I try to make it my goal to find what they're looking for. And this one feels like it has never even been washed or worn. So for the 2 of these items, my total was only $4.53 after my discount. Now for the last stop of the day. I drove over 20 minutes to go here just because I had not been here in years. And from what I remember, I always had good luck, but I was usually looking through the clothes. I did still find 4 items that I'm happy with though. First up is this basket here. And like I said in the store, something about this size I just find myself using a lot. And then for the little village, these are everywhere in the thrift store. And this year, I hope to collect a whole village that goes well together that I could add some lights in and then find the perfect place to display them. I just think that would be such a cool collection that we could pull out year after year. And for the final find of the day were these striped pants that I'm very thankful to have found. Sometimes when you're nearing the end of your pregnancy, you just need to size way up to get some items that fit and look decently flattering so you can feel confident and comfortable when you leave the house, and these pants for me are just that. Here I saved $7.34 and I had a little credit to use, which brought my total down to $12.84. That'll do it for my haul of 24 items that I love, and now it is time for the grand total. For all 5 stops and all of the items I came home with before the 35% off and little bit of credit that I had would have been $101.74, but with a savings of over $36, my total came down to $65.29. That wraps up my 3rd of 5 home decor trips I have planned before I go on my maternity leave. On my last trip, I found some really big ticket items that made the trip exciting. But what was fun about today is that I knew the deals were gonna be hard to beat with the coupon that I had. Again, you guys know I love refreshing my own space and others with home decor, so that is why I've been loving this series. And now my next trip is about to be one of the craziest of this entire year, and so I'm gonna tell you about it now. I'm officially heading out of town to squeeze in an out-of-state thrift trip back to where we went around this time last year to thrift in Indiana. Last time we had the best time ever and some incredible finds, and I'm looking forward to taking you along this journey again as we travel 4 hours to some of my favorite thrift stores I have ever been in. I just wanted to squeeze in one last crazy thrifting adventure before the end of the year, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise though, thank you for thrifting with me today, and I will see you back at the thrift store in a completely different state in my next video very soon.